Hello, dear friends. It's Dr. Sarah, and today I want to talk to you about releasing physical and emotional scars and restoring mind body resiliency. Now, everyone has scars, and some of them are hidden. Just as physical scars can be hidden, emotional scars can also be suppressed. Unfortunately, this doesn't remedy the pain or make it go away. Hiding our wounds and putting up a front is likely a survival instinct, and it may also help us to stay in acceptance with our tribe. But the body does keep score. Perhaps one of the most pertinent and concrete examples of this is the adverse childhood experience study. And this research showed that there's a link between childhood trauma that is left unresolved and adulthood lifetime disease risk, including both mental and physical health. So, this, as well as the compilation of the fact that stress also increases long term the stress hormone cortisol, and that cortisol has an impact on the brain, can compile with people's trauma and add up. And what this does eventually is it changes the brain's structural patterns and impacts the nervous system, which also will impact the nervous system tone and change the body's receptivity to how it heals. Now, thankfully, there's innovative treatments such as neurofeedback, meditation, movement. These have all been shown to cause activation of the brain's natural ability to recover from trauma when we work these different pathways. And that's through brain neuroplasticity. Now, I've talked about that before on this channel, but basically it's a rewiring of the brain, changing the different pathways biochemically through different lifestyle factors or other means. Now, acupuncture and essential oils actually are two methods that help with neuroplasticity, as well as essential oils having the ability to calm the nervous system down so that it can be more balanced and the person can be more receptive to healing and letting go of the trauma or the pain. Now, in our tissues, we can also hold on to trauma. Let me explain how. Fascia is a 3D matrix that surrounds and connects everything else in the body. It's now considered its own body system, and it communicates in this quantum way through something called piezoelectricity. Now, according to a 2022 article in Biophysical Reviews, there's growing evidence of how these electrostatic interactions play a role in how cells function and contribute to cell extracellular matrix connections and connective tissue healing. Now, there's things called myofascial lines, and these are continuous chains of fascia, connective tissues, and muscles that links parts of the body together, and this allows for coordinated movement. Interestingly, it's recently been proposed that mechanical forces, as well as these electrochemical transmissions, actually through the fascial system, can explain some of acupuncture's impact, which is pretty darn cool. Now, what also how this interacts and relates to trauma is that these stored emotions can lie within our tissues and this communication network. So, on the most basic levels, when your tissues are stiff or you're in pain, your biology and psychology actually shift through these electrochemical communications or interactions. So, this also means when your mental health is compromised, so is your nervous system, and that's going to impact your muscular response. So, people who may be depressed or have anxiety may also notice physical ramifications of that. So, what does this mean? If you're stuck in emotional or physical pain and you've tried other means, both biochemical and structural, and you're not getting anywhere, you might have to go deeper, literally into the tissues. And in the latest episode of the Essential Oil Revolution, I have an expert, world-renowned guest in this topic who actually brings us to this merger of quantum physics along with modern medicine. Her name is Dr. Kim Trager, and she's an integrative chiropractor, a yoga instructor, a personal trainer with a massive array of certifications, such as in orofacial myotherapy, applied kinesiology, primitive reflex integration. She has training in Chinese meridian therapy, chakra balancing, sound therapy, neuroemotional technique, Ayurveda, and of course, essential oils. So she brilliantly and compassionately and passionately works with horror patients to create these transformations and help people deal with releasing trauma and pain in the tissues as well as emotionally. So I hope that you check out the latest episode of the Essential Oil Revolution. I will have the link in the video description along with a link to the show notes and the show summary. We will go through all of the amazing ways that essential oils connect the mind, body, and spirit for healing, how essential oils change our biochemistry and cellular functioning, Dr. Trager's latest discovery through a research study that she led with her team, how to set up the nervous system for healing, go into greater detail between the fascia and its link to healing emotional and physical scars, how this Chinese meridian theory kind of comes into all of this, and so much more. So go ahead and click the link in the video description. I would love to hear you and your feedback and your comments, not just in the video, but also in the podcast, because the more that we get people to subscribe and the more reviews and ratings that we get in the podcast, the more that we can bring back amazing guests and get the word out that there is an essential oil revolution and that we can empower ourselves with this incredible information on naturopathic, functional, integrative, and holistic living with essential oils. Thank you for your time, and please remember to leave your comments and reviews, and I hope that you take really good care of yourself. Till then.